Good morning, it's the start of a new week and I have just posted the vlog from last week, well, from however many days ago it was I recorded it. It was up a bit early for patrons. Ironically, it's about content stealing, and this morning, once again, I have woken up to someone letting me know about someone stealing content again. This time on Instagram. They're stealing all of my stupid soap overfilling videos. Just stop, it's so pointless. You always get found out. All I'll do is comment on every post saying that it's mine. Other people will do the same and I'll report your account. Just don't do it. And the irony of it is that their actual photos were really good. Like, they had some lovely photos of their own branded whipped soap. And they were far better than mine. Like, they were really good, and if they'd just continued that, they probably would have done better. So I don't get it. But that's all I'm going to say on that matter. Just stop with the stealing. It is just so infuriating. And I'm going to get on with the rest of the vlog. Today's vlog, hopefully I am going to make something. It may be in my kitchen, it may be in here, I don't know, but it's only for YouTube, so I don't need it to be perfectly clean in here. Because basically, as you can see, all of these are emptied. These are being collected later today because I did finally manage to sell them. And then I have a meeting with the guy that's going to do the fitting in here on Monday. And we'll see, hopefully this will get done in the next few weeks. It's the next day now and I didn't end up filming anything yesterday because we kind of went down a rabbit hole with some people that pointed out the people stealing my content, and we found out who they were and that they weren't actually a brand. It wasn't someone copying me, it was just scammers posing as a brand as far as we can tell, and we've blocked them and reported all the posts across all the social media. So thank you to the people that pointed them out to me, and thank you to Chrissy from Soapy who actually went through and found out who they were. She's available for detective work if you need her. So that's all done now, that's all sorted. Unfortunately, like I said in my past video, it will just keep happening because there are just scum people around and they will just keep trying to get your money via whatever means possible and stealing people's content to do it. So just be mindful when you're looking at businesses and check their about page and really try and find some information on them and make sure you know them on social media or something like that properly before you buy from them, because sadly there are lots of scammers around. Other than that, yesterday and Saturday we were spending the day mostly in -degree weather filling a skip, because when we moved here the other year we didn't get rid of all our cardboard, which was really stupid, but it was a bit of a hard year last year, so my mind was in other places, so we just got round to doing that this weekend. Today I have someone coming round to look at this room because they're going to do the painting and fit the units for me down here. So yesterday I sold the shelving units that were over there, and I also managed to score a desk on Facebook Marketplace, which I will show you in a minute. I'd been looking for one of these desks for ages and they're really expensive. They're really good, but they were a bit out of budget, and I scored one for a really good price on Facebook Marketplace and it's basically brand new, so woohoo! Other than that, we were cleaning and tidying and it was very boring, so I didn't take you along for the ride on that one. In this vlog I will be making something, I'm not sure what yet. My mind has just gone a bit at the moment because I'm just so focused on getting this room done so that I can launch my products. So I know a lot of you are quite interested in why and how to work from home, because many people will have a unit for doing this kind of stuff, and I've been there, I've done that. When I sold braiding hair, I used to work from home, and then my house just became like a sea of boxes and there was no space for us. The dining room, the hallway, the bedroom, everything. And I say house, it was a flat, so there was no room. And so I then moved out into self-storage because at the time it was a very affordable way to have a business unit, basically. But there was no electricity. We had to run a cable from the hallway into the unit, and as I grew, they just took walls down between the units, and then I ended up having more and more units. That was really affordable at the time, but then we expanded and we moved into a warehouse, which was sort of part of the same building, but it wasn't being used for storage. It was more sort of actual warehouse rooms. So we moved into one of those, but business rates just killed us, and then various other things happened, and then Brexit happened, and we downsized into self-storage again to try and make it work. The trouble with that was, by then storage had increased in price so much. Brexit had affected currency, so that there was just no margin. It was pointless, and part of being a small business is having to, like, as much as it affects you personally and you're quite driven by your heart when it's your business, you have to just detach yourself from it and say, right, this isn't going to work, I have to let it go. So I did sell it at that point, and I moved into doing my little hair salon, and I sort of did that for a while, and then I dabbled in other things, and I worked for another hair extension company for a while, and I did this, that and the other. But I've actually come to the realisation now that I'm not necessarily wanting a warehouse again. Like, it was nice having a member of staff, it was nice having all of that, but I think I'm quite liking my own space and working from home at the moment. So the plan is, for now, because this room is a fairly good size, to do this up, concentrate on YouTube and Patreon and releasing my own products in quantities that I can manage, and kind of cap that so that it earns me what I want it to earn. And then if it does really well and I decide I want staff in the future, then I'll move out again and get premises again. But it depends how things go and how I feel. But I'm old now. I've been and done the warehouse thing. It was hard work, it was stressful, you've got added rent to pay, and it's nice not having to worry about that kind of thing at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to show you that desk I got now, because that's pretty cool. And then we'll see where the day takes us. So we'll go across the hallway and then into the spare room, where I will turn the light on so you can actually see. But I managed to get one of these flexi spot desks, and oh, it's not plugged in. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? Basically, it's one of those flexi spot desks, so it goes up and down. So basically, when I am filming and when I'm doing formulas and things, it can be up high, so I can walk from my lab desk to my computer desk and it's all the same height. And then when I'm editing, it will be basically lower. So that's quite cool, and that was a really good price. So I suggest looking on Marketplace if you need anything like that. And now I have to tidy up in here a little bit more. This is basically all to be sorted out. I need to sort out all my YouTube ingredients and throw out things that have gone off, and then I need to sort out all of my packaging stuff. And then this shelving unit and this lab desk is actually going to go in the shed for my husband to use for his workshop, because my worktop will go along here. And then I have a client, which I'm going to have to find somewhere in the house to actually do their hair. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll check in a bit later where hopefully I'll be making a product for you, because I realised I didn't do that last week. And I know a lot of you want formulas, so if you have any requests for formulations, and I don't mean dupes, please don't ask me, I want you to make a copy of this, because it's really difficult and expensive to do that, and I can't do that for every video. But if there's a type of product, like you want me to make bath bombs, you want me to make a lotion, you want me to make a cream for mature skin, you want me to do this, then ask me below and go with a type of product. Tell me what kind of things you want to see me make, and I'll try and make more of what you want. On with the day. So my client's due in a minute, but I thought today, at some point, because it does look quite quick to make, I got my little YouTube high five thing a while ago, and it's basically a YouTube logo Lego. And given I'm doing a room reno, I figured I'd do that because it will go quite nicely with the YouTube light I got. So little perks from YouTube: if you're a smaller channel, they may reach out to you at some point, and then for 6 months you get like little perks, and then it can include anything like these limited edition little products, which you have to be quick to claim because they only have like 1,000 of each, I think, each run, and they do change them up. And you also get like free sausage rolls, free Costa coffee, free pizza, things like that. I actually didn't claim any of those because it ended up being a bit of a faff because you had to sign up for vouchers and stuff, but I do like these things. So I'm going to do a little time lapse of me making this at some point today. Ta-da! Well, that was super random. There we go. One fake Lego YouTube logo. But it'll go on a shelf. It's all a bit of fun. Thank you, YouTube. It's now Wednesday, I'm tired, I'm having breakfast, and I have no idea what to make for you guys today because apparently I've gone brain dead and I can't think of any cosmetics to make, and every time I ask for input I always get dupe requests. So this is what I'm going to figure out today. Didn't have a very good night last night. The house alarm went off during the day randomly, and also there was a massive bang at about 1:30 in the morning which scared me so much, but I can't find what that was related to. So having a great day already and I need to think of 2 Patreon exclusives and things to make in upcoming videos when my lab looks like this. So yeah, suggestions below please. I think I've already asked this in this video. I don't know why I'm updating now. Let's cut to me actually thinking of something and making you something. I decided to go with a creamy body wash and I forgot to press record because of course I did. So what was in this was some water. I added some sodium phytate, which is a chelating agent. I mixed that around until it dissolved, and then I poured it into this beaker which contained glycerin. And now I'm going to mix it together, and now you're caught up. Basically, the glycerin is a humectant, the water is the dilutant, and the sodium phytate, it sequesters the metal ions, so it's very good for hard water areas. It stops soap scum and prevents growth and oxidization. And then to that I'm adding polyquaternium 7. This is a cationic polymer that conditions the skin, and it'll work with other charges as well, so you don't need to worry about that. And we're going to mix that into this really well so that it's all combined, and then we can work on our surfactant phase. The formula for this is basically the same as the Bardadas dupe that I did, but I'm making it creamy with the addition of some oil, because lots of people request this, and yeah, I liked the combination of surfactants because it made a really nice texture and viscosity. So here we've got sodium lauryl sulfate, which is an ionic foaming surfactant. Then I added cocamidal propylbutane, which is amphoteric and it's bubbly and will give nice lather. And then I'm adding cocoa glucoside, which is a non-ionic cleansing surfactant. And the mixture of these together was just brilliant. I absolutely adore it. So if you're one of the sodium lauryl sulfate haters, please ask yourself why and do a bit of research on it, because it's a really good surfactant in things like this. Then I've mixed those together. You can see how thick it went, and I'm adding the water mixture. And then this takes some mixing, and then you just need to sort of cut through it so it doesn't chunk up. If you get the bubbles on top, you can disperse them with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, and otherwise don't worry about it because they will disperse over the course of a week once it's in the bottle. Now we've got all that mixed in really well, we can add phase C, which is our preservative. I'm using Salagard PCG, which is water-soluble broad spectrum, and it works in a wide pH range and it's very good with surfactants. The oil I used was jojoba oil, and this creates the creamy texture and imparts the moisturising benefits. You can use more or less than I did. The formula will be on Patreon. And then I added a fragrance as well. I think I used passion fruit martini from Pure Scented, which is a really nice sort of fruity fragrance. Mix that round really well, and then we need to pH test. I'm quite happy with the viscosity of this at the moment, but changing the pH will just bring about its final viscosity and get it to the right level for us. We want this between about a 6 and a 7. That's for the sodium phytate, and to just give it a nice neutral pH, which was quite similar to the Bardadas dupe that I did. At the moment this is coming in really high, so we're going to reduce this with a citric acid solution. This is 50-50 citric acid and water, just dissolved, and then just put a few drops in and then stir it around and then retake the pH. Because I've made this before, I know roughly how much to put in to bring it within range. So we mixed it around, then left it just a little bit to let it sort of do its thing, retake the pH, and I got just over a 6, which is perfect for what I want. So now you can determine whether you want to thicken this up anymore. I think it's absolutely perfect how it is, so I'm not going to bother trying to thicken it more. If you did want to thicken it more, you could use salt. You just add a tiny bit at a time until you've got the right viscosity, but make sure you don't go too far because it can go the opposite direction and thin it out. Then you can bottle it up. These are just 300 gram Boston bottles, I think, from Amazon. And we'll just fill this right to the top, and then I can do a lather test for you. On the Patreon blog, I will also put some notes on how you can add colour to this if you want, perhaps some oils you could change, some other actives you can use. You can really customise any formula I put on Patreon just by reading about other ingredients, how compatible they are with the formula, and then just deducting from other parts of the formula to put them in so it still adds up to 100. I've written a little bit about that in the blog that will be on Patreon for this video. Now the little shower foaming test, I'm using one of these little shower poof things because they're good for showing the lather, and you can see just how foamy and bubbly this is, and it feels really gentle on the skin. No irritation at all from that surfactant that everyone loves to hate. It's absolutely fine. I still highly recommend it, and yeah, this is a really nice formula, so I suggest you go over to Patreon and give it a go, because I also have all of my other formulas and I post 2 exclusive formulas every month over there as well, so you get a lot of content, including all of the formulas I posted in December because I did Labmas, so you got about 15 in that month or something, so yeah, well worth joining. So there we go. We managed to make something despite the mess in here, and next vlog we'll see how much further I've got with things and see what else I can find space to make. But I hope you like this. I hope you give it a try. Don't be scared of all the ingredient misinformation that goes around. Sodium lauryl sulfate is a perfectly safe, perfectly good and very inexpensive surfactant to use, and it's very effective in body washes, and it's how you use it, the percentage and what you blend it with, that makes it nice. You obviously wouldn't use it on its own, then it would be really irritating, and you know, if you have an allergy to it you wouldn't use it, but otherwise it's a really good surfactant and you should give it a try. So here's a good formula, that will be on my Patreon, that's linked below, and I'll see you in the next vlog.